And we're up and we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're back at the table after a week off, if memory serves. And we're short a person. Unfortunately, RJ is not joining us tonight because he is suffering with migraines, which are terrible. And we hope he starts to feel better. And if he does, maybe he'll slip into chat and kibitz and tell you all what you're doing wrong. But we are still here. And we are still raring to go. And I have one thing I have to share, which came up during the pre-roll, which I don't think I've ever mentioned before with that amazing theme song. The gentleman who wrote it literally had no idea what Dungeons and Dragons was, other than that game those people play sometimes on YouTube. So there you have it. The quality of songwriting you can find on the internets. My name is Rob, by the way, aka Lantern Noir. And welcome to Lantern Noir Presents, where I do a lot of Dungeons and Dragons content, which is kind of cool. And I'm not even commenting on tacos because I already had tacos. We had chicken tacos at our house, shredded chicken tacos that had been in the slow cooker for 4 hours.
I'm so jealous.
Yep. Wednesday nights are slow cooker nights in this house because there's too much going on. So that's what we have to do. But I'm the Dungeon Master. I get to play all the people that these three people are not. So it seems reasonable to let everyone do a round of introductions as to who they are, who they're playing, and what they consider their win condition tonight is. What should happen so that when we leave the table, you go, yeah, I won. To draw that out just a second longer, we were talking about the idea on the podcast yesterday about how do you get your players to run away from an unwinnable fight. And so I posited, well, hey, you just tell them at the beginning of the fight, your win condition is to escape. Don't try to fight these guys. You'll die. Your win condition is live. Get out. And then there's no like, oh, gosh, darn, we can't run away. That's like losing. No. In this situation, that's winning. Because most combat by default, the win condition is kill all the bad guys. So I'm curious as to what everyone's win condition for their characters are tonight. Considering when we left off, you were in an abandoned farmhouse with an unending supply of food. I'm going to pick on Tiffany first.
Well, sort of unending. The way our other friend was looking at it was perhaps not a good unending food. Hi, I'm Tiffany, or TS, and tonight I am playing Moira Mad Malphite. Mostly because I also have forgotten how to pronounce her last name. So Moira the Mad. Let's see. She's trying maybe to get a little better than her past might make her feel. My win condition is probably not be devoured by bread. I don't want the bread to win. I don't know how to achieve that, but I don't want to be defeated by bread. So it's a simple win condition tonight, folks.
I don't want to be okay. As a dungeon master, I can work with that. Pond, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing great, thank you. I'm That Other Pond. I'm a variety Twitch streamer, and I also DM over at my channel, That Other Pond, on Sundays at 6 p.m. EST. I play Sierra, who is an Earth Ganassi and is a little headstrong and ready to go. And my win condition is to devour the bread so much that it stops respawning. And yeah, I think that's good.
Okay, Molly, you seem stressed by that win condition.
Yeah, because literally when you said the win condition, I was like, my goal is to stop everyone from eating bread was the first thing that came to mind. So this is gonna be a night for grandma, okay? I am Molly or Bear or Barely Molly. I also stream mostly art when I can on my channel. And I play Winnie, who is the grandma soul human in our group, but I am suspicious of this bread. I am not about this bread. So yes, I think even though it's going to be difficult, I think my win is still going to be to stop everyone from eating this suspicious food.
I had no idea bread could be so controversial. Okay, I feel like that's an unusually, well, controversial thing. But to kind of recap, and for those that are just joining us for the first time for this particular game, the party was contracted to set out and protect a pilgrim caravan on its way out to a new residence, a new colony, a new commune. Unending breadsticks is indeed a thing. That's right. They've landed in the domain of dread based on the Olive Garden. Hey, Shadow. Glad to see that you wandered over here. So they set out behind the pilgrims toward the commune. There was some amazing roleplay, by the way. If you go back in the VODs or check the YouTube channel, of them verifying that everyone on their way to the commune wanted to be. And my heart went out to every player that had the thought of, ooh, are we escorting people into some kind of prison camp? It turned out they were all kind of okay with it, for the most part. I mean, as much as teenagers can be okay with anything as well, because the teens were the ones most likely to go, I don't know about this, but they're teenagers. They're not okay with anything that doesn't involve... Yeah, okay, we'll just leave it there.
Mostly they just seem to want dates.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that, if that's what the kids are calling it these days. On the way, the caravan was attacked by undead. Everyone scattered, and in the fog and mist, the party were able to find each other and follow each other through the fog into a valley. That valley is terribly overcast. The sun has not shone, and on their way in towards the town they could see at the edge of the valley, they stopped first at a farmhouse. It was deserted, with some signs of a potential struggle, but nothing too serious. They found a larder full of food, fresh. Bread was still slightly warm, and the cheese was still at that perfect, just aged enough stage. If I recall correctly, Sierra didn't waste any time in grabbing a loaf of bread, breaking it up, and going, yep, it's good. And that's kind of where we left things, with a big question mark about what does all this mean?
I did a detect magic spell that revealed that it was 2 schools of magic, necromancy and conjuration.
That is correct.
And that's when I said put the bread down, and I think that's when we stopped.
That's when I said, okay, and we stop.
Yeah, I literally drew evil bread. Would you like to see my evil bread?
I would love to see evil bread.
It's my evil bread. He has very big eyebrows. Food equals evil.
I thought they were ears. I'm like, that's the cutest evil bread ever.
He's so evil.
You know how you make evil? You got to give him a goatee.
Got it. On it.
Yes, just a little goatee.
Because if sci-fi has taught us anything, goatee equals evil. Which is why Willie Nelson will always be just slightly evil. As will you.
I teach math. I'm a lot more than slightly evil. It's the scene in, what was it? It was Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp. And he's I'm the math teacher. She goes, I bet you're the cool math teacher. He goes, yes, but still a math teacher. Even Johnny Depp can't be a cool math teacher.
What makes a cool math teacher versus an evil math teacher?
I'll let you know sometime when I figure it out, which better be in the next 9 months.
I think it's intent.
Because I ain't got time after that to figure it out.
Well, that's very true.
Yay. Okay, so in other news, let's do this. If I don't fail the course, I've never failed a student. I have watched them fail. I've watched them not pass, but I've always done everything I can for them. Speaking of everything we can, what are y'all doing as Winnie goes, put down the bread?
I'm going to finish chewing the bit I have in my mouth and put the other hunk down and back away from the bread a bit. Maybe tap Sierra. Put it down.
I'm going to just spit it out and just...
I have a hanky for that. It's fine.
I just put it in the hanky.
Yeah.
Let's put it here.
All right.
I'm still holding the bread, though. I want to make that very clear. I just stopped eating it.
Can I
But it
trade
smells
you
good.
a stale biscuit, dear, for the bread?
You know I love your biscuits, like, a lot, but this bread it's good. It's like it can't possibly. Why? It's still warm. No one had time to do anything.
Yeah, but do you not notice the fact that there's like thick dust on everything, and it also looks like maybe people haven't been here for a while? Why is this bread so fresh, you know?
Well, there's usually dust on me, so like, and I'm okay.
Right. But have you ever seen dust not on you that was on freshly baked bread? That also had an aura of necromancy to it.
As soon as you say necromancy, I just drop. I'm like, drop.
Yep. Yes. So I tried to do detect magic, and it definitely seems like the pantry. Is it the pantry or the food itself that's enchanted?
The food.
Okay, it's the food that is giving off a hint of necromancy and conjuration.
Yes. Sort of.
Sort of?
Okay, so you look at where that loaf of bread was taken from, and there's a loaf of bread that has replaced it. And it radiates necromancy and conjuration. Now, it's not like the whole pantry is engulfed in whatever this essence is, but it definitely, like, if you were to take something out of the pantry, it will be replaced.
Crazy. Wild. All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna reach in. If there's a jar of jam, I just want to reach in without Fred noticing and then take it and put it in my pack.
Do I notice?
Does Winnie notice?
Let's see.
I don't know. Roll a sleight of hand. What's Winnie's passive perception? Because that seems like
15?
15. That's workable.
This will also tell me if I'm connected to your game or not, if you can see my roll. 13.
Nope, you're not connected.
Oh, gosh darn it.
I see it.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay.
Yay!
Wow.
Oh, good. I am connected.
Okay. Yes, because I had the window minimum. Apparently, I had the window. Whatever it is when it's not looking at you.
I already had my tech issue for this game.
Yeah, you should be
It
good.
should be good.
You should be good. We should get there. So 13 versus what was the Winnie's passive? 15?
15.
Yep. Oh yeah, she
I
spots
think she
it.
wins.
She's easy.
Immediately bapping the jam out of your hand. Put that down right now.
Do you suddenly have a wooden spoon?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I
she
grab
does.
one from. Wait, where's geez.
Linton?
Where's our friend? Yeah, where's our friend Linton? I was gonna say I grab a spoon from Linton, but
Did the bread kill him? Did it eat him?
Given the time he gave me to, I mean, granted, this is not his fault. Migraine happens quickly. We're going to simply go that there is no Linton.
oh, okay. Then I will pick up a wooden spoon from the table and bap it. Moira, bap it right out of your hand.
Now, to be fair, if I'd known a little more in advance and had some time to sit down with the three of you and go, okay, how do we write them out really quick? I would have, but we only had maybe 25, 30 minutes of notice. I'm not that good, and there ain't enough alcohol. So for tonight, we're doing there is no Linton to speak of. And then next week, assuming we're good to go again, because I'd hate to think of a 7-day migraine, then it'll just be, he was here the whole time. Because sometimes you got to do that. Yeah.
He's just a silent follower today.
Yeah. He's in the outhouse inspecting it for anything else that might be untoward.
He got some bad bread.
He got some bad a little more fiber than he was ready for. He'll be right back. So you bop it out of her hand. It hits the ground, and when it hits, the glass shatters. There's this nice big puddle of jam on the floor. 7-Day Migraine is indeed the worst indie band name ever. But then you look into as you all glance up from the broken glass, there's a jar of jam right where Moira took it from.
Does anything happen to the jam on the floor? Like, does it start to disappear, or is it still just jam?
It's still a sticky mess on the floor.
Don't like this.
Are we sure it's the food? Because it just seems like it really wants us to eat it. It just keeps showing up.
Perhaps we should go investigate a different area. I mean,
perhaps I could investigate more slowly. We could do a test, which involves.
If it has necromantic energy, which is undead, right? Isn't the jam in the process already dead? So wouldn't it technically need to have necromantic energy to be jam?
I just don't feel good about this food, you guys.
Well, okay. Can I at least have a biscuit then?
Yes, I will. Okay. I will hand you 2 lint-covered biscuits. They are very linty, and they are hard as rocks, but they are made with love.
I can't dip the biscuit in the jam?
No.
You know, if we find out it's just the baskets... Okay, at some point, can we just get you a biscuit tin that's magical sometime? It'll just constantly refill with biscuits that are slightly less lid-covered, like, done? I mean, something to look for, you know?
Yeah. A never-ending tin of biscuits. That sounds pretty good.
Does sound pretty good, actually. Winter festival, maybe? I don't know. We'll keep an eye out.
The next town we go to, I'll definitely inquire about that.
Sure, what exists.
And maybe we should look for some living people. Maybe they would know. I mean, we don't know where we are still, right? Like
Right,
we came out of that forest.
Castle.
Yeah, we came out of that forest, and then we turned around, and there was a mountain behind us, and there wasn't a forest. We lost the people we're protecting.
Yeah, that's a problem.
We followed a bird to this town, and now I don't... Yeah, I asked a bird to...
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a week ago. It was all those days.
Yes. So, I don't know. Maybe we could ask people of this town. This was like a farm on the outskirt of the town, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm going to head into the next room and investigate then. Because otherwise I'm going to want to eat the bread, so I better leave.
Can I go, like, right on the other side of the pantry door? Like, or wall? Like, on the far side? Is there, like, a hidden crawl space or something between the wall?
Yes. Let me see where I put the map. And I'll actually put up on the board so you can see. Because I uploaded the map. I just can't find it now. Which is starting to vex me slightly. So once I have the map, I'll put it up there and you guys can see where you are, and I'll show everybody where y'all are. You know what? So that's that. Where did I... Oh, did I put it in here? I put it in here. Okay, found the map. Which is a good thing. So we can just grab that and drop it on the Jamboard. Pop out the sketch pad. Boink. There. So there's your happy little farmhouse that you are currently in. And yes, I got new map making software today.
Oh, it looks really cool.
Thank you.
Is the squares 10 feet or
5?
Okay.
That's usually by default. Although I did all my Castle Ravenloft maps today too, and they use a default of 10 feet per square, which really threw me for a loop. But they're intended to be 5s.
Okay.
So the pantry is up over here that you are all exploring. I'm thinking you actually came in the back door, and I'm not going to fog of war this for you. There are 2 doors that lead into 2 bedrooms. So one has a large bed, and then the other has 2 smaller beds, and a little dresser and stuff.
No upstairs?
Nope, just a little cottage.
I'd like to investigate one of the bedrooms. I'll assume the one with the big bed because of the doors first.
Okay. Very doable. Roll me an investigation and then tell me what it is you're looking for.
All right. I am looking for kind of anything like if that same level of dust is everywhere that was brought to my attention, and if anything seems disturbed.
Okay. No, not really. It's kind of just there.
Okay.
You actually, as you go in, you actually find yourself like, waving your hand over stuff, and you watch clouds of dust start to come off, and you kind of start to go, ooh, that's probably making it hard to get a good measure of what's happening in here. I mean, there's dust. It hasn't been, the bed's not made, but that's not necessarily indicative of some kind of supernatural occurrence. For example, if you go in my daughter's room and find the bed made, you assume a ghost came through. So, as it were. This is apparently the pick on my kids' night.
I mean, I could pick on mine, but you're the DM. So.
Yeah, well, I figure you'll just jump in if you feel the need to get on this particular bandwagon.
Well, I asked my kids to make their beds after doing their sheets, and they made forts instead, which, I gotta give them kind of credit for it. Just like to make their beds once in a while.
Indeed.
Gonna investigate the other bedroom.
Okay. Roll an investigation just to see how much extra stuff you can glean.
Woohoo!
Now we'll see what we got. 14. Solid. You're not proficient in it, so but it looks like 2 kids were stayed in here. The room is very Spartan. There's underneath each bed there's a small trunk of clothes. Looks like one is a boy's clothes and one is a girl's. They're not in bad shape. I mean, they're maintained. So it's, if there's a spot where the fabric was wearing, there's a patch sewn in place. It's roughly the same color. So it's not like they were wearing anything that was completely threadbare, but it's not, I mean, it's low level farmer is how you would probably categorize it, or low level laborer.
I'm gonna look up. I remember one of my old buddies on the ships. Nobody ever looks up. No problem.
Nothing drops down on you.
Okay, good. Just clear.
I kind of have a question. I'm gonna assume that I stayed like near the pantry and the kitchen. I just kind of want to investigate a little bit more.
Okay.
Are there mice or rats? I assume in an abandoned house with all this fresh food, we would see a lot of vermin around the food. Are there signs of rats nibbling on this, or bugs, or how are they not getting at this?
That is an excellent question. And curiously enough, there is no sign of vermin inside the space. Like, none.
Yeah, I think wildlife knows when to stay away from something much better than we do sometimes. So maybe that is that kind of reassures Winnie in her idea of leaving this food alone.
By the way, I would love if Winnie could give me a quick perception check.
Sure. Oh, the dice are trying.
But how hard? Clank.
11. Not great.
Yeah, it's good enough for what's happening. You spot 3 figures lumbering towards the back door that you came in.
Oh, guys, everybody, we have company.
Sarah immediately bolts out of the room and has her bow drawn.
Excellent.
And probably in the wrong direction because she didn't really know yet that much.
I think I'm gonna go to the door and open it. I mean, we're intruding on someone else's home. I'll open the door. Hello?
Okay. This what's Moira doing in this moment?
I'm coming out, but I'm just gonna go kind of I was thinking a little bit farther so I can look around the wall, but maybe they don't see me.
Okay.
Just in the hallway, at the top of the hallway.
Top of the hallway. Okay, so Sierra has a nice line of sight to the door. Winnie's going to go open it. Moira's hanging back in the hallway. And no problem. Winnie pulls open the door. It's like, oh, hello. And a hulking figure lunges through the door at her.
Oh,
Oh no.
And it's
May I fire an arrow?
it's attempting to push past her. It actually kind of pushes her away with one arm as it lumbers into the house. I will let you all roll initiative while I figure out how to do this. Thud. That's a neat emote. Hypergravity. Slick. What can I add?
I was very surprised.
Okay, I'm going to do that. 2, 3. Okay, we're going to do that for now, just for some fun drama in all of this. Okay, so Moira comes in at 17. Sierra goes off at 16. Winnie goes off at 5. The 3 things go off when they go off. I'm going to refresh my screen.
Wait, my initiative was a 5?
No, mine was a 5.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. And I'm going to pop the combat. Thwomp. Okay. So that you can see, everyone can see who's acting when and what's happening where. What is Moira doing in this moment?
Okay, so I can see it, but do I see what it is?
Give me a
Is it
perception.
like a shambling thing? Yeah.
It's a person pushing their way into the house.
I just want to see if it's...
Give me your first perception check.
Apparently, I have to remember what page I need to be on. Ah, ha, ha.
We found it.
Natural 20. So
Oh.
23.
Okay, well, that changes everything really fast. As you immediately recognize the lumbering shapes of zombies.
Right. I'm gonna remember what weapons I have. I can't shoot them.
Van Kilty
all
is
right.
like Johnny on the spot today.
Okay, so I think I can make it to the lumbering thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and run, fly, leap thing, whatever. I'm just gonna worry about running to him and pulling out the dagger and ooh. Oh, I don't have two-handed fighting, do I? Shoot, I gotta get that. I'm gonna pull out the rapier and the dagger, and whichever one I hit him with first is probably the rapier. It's longer. So I'm gonna rush forward and try and stab him with the rapier and use my forward momentum to get him away from Winnie.
Okay. He's coming through the door. Are you pushing him back out, or are you trying to steer him as he comes in?
I don't think I can push him back out from the angle, so I think I'm gonna hit him into that corner.
Okay. You're gonna try to...
Because otherwise I have to come around, and I don't know that I have enough movement.
Just
Okay.
a clarifying thing. Did you say he was attacking me or pushing past me?
Pushing past you.
Interesting. All right. Sorry.
Oh, no. There are no stupid questions except questions that have been recently answered. Clarifying questions do not count. That's why I tell my students, I'm sorry if this is a stupid question. Did I just answer it? I don't think so. That's not a stupid question. But if you had, then it would be a stupid question. Okay, Moira, let's get those attack rolls.
Right. Jeez. So I'm gonna hit him with rapier. And I don't think I can do two-weapon fighting, right? No, it's only a 13.
You can, if both weapons are light and or have finesse, you're good. The thing is, a rapier
Yes.
does not have finesse.
Oh, it says on my sheet it does. It says martial and finesse.
It does? Is it light?
Yeah. No. It's a melee weapon. It just says
You're
martial
gonna
and
make
finesse
me look.
under the notes. I'm sorry.
You're gonna make me look. Give me 10 seconds to double check it. The two weapon fighting rules always throw me for a loop.
Right.
So I will check very fast.
And I know we talked about it last week, and I think it was a no.
I feel like that's what we said.
Yeah. Okay, we can go with no.
But let me get Moira in because I know what I'm looking for on the character sheet to tell me for sure.
Can I do two-weapon fighting if I've got a rapier and a dagger? Wooly says no.
Light weapons.
Only
Short
light, not finesse. We're
Got
looking
it.
for light. So okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hit him with the rapier and back him into the corner then. I
know.
think
Yeah,
I can do anything else.
We had the whole conversation because it's such a popular vision of that, the rapier and the dagger, and you technically can't do that unless you have the two weapon fighting.
I forget that there's certain weapons you can't use with the 2-weapon fighting.
Either way.
It's the big one.
You hit it. Can you give me some damage?
Yes. 6 points.
6.
That's not very high.
A palatable hit as bits of the zombie are chopped away and
I was hoping to like stab him into the wall.
and he slows a bit. And I'll give you that effect of kind of like pushing him out of the way.
Okay.
So zombie is now over. You know what? Let's make red. Let's bring out the red marker for these guys. Zombies coming through the door, and that was zombie number 1 technically.
Yeah.
2 and 3. Okay. Next combat action goes to Sierra.
I'd like to shoot the only zombie I can really see.
The one Moira's fencing with?
Yes.
That makes sense.
I'd like to shoot it with my longbow.
Across the kitchen?
Yes. 11.
That's good enough. Give me damage. Zombies are not hard to hit.
6 points of damage.
Solid. And that's going to work for that one. Number 1 is going to push past, is going to, again, based on where it's at, it's going to push Winnie out of the way and make a beeline at Moira.
Okay.
Because it can. Given the fact that it is technically not moving out of your area, I'm still going to let you get a free shot at it as it pushes past you.
Okay.
For Winnie.
Oh, for Winnie. Mm-hmm.
If they want to take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely do. I have a question. I don't get a bonus action in that, do I?
No.
Okay.
You get 1 reaction between your turns.
Right, so I can just do a strike with my quarterstaff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The neat thing is then your action's up next, so then you could shillelagh it and crush it.
It was a nat 1, so
you did
3.
not.
I'm very flustered.
Apparently. But the good news is now it's your action.
Oh. I am very confused as to why they are not attacking me and attacking you guys. Did you both eat? I can't ask this, we're in combat. I'm just going to shillelagh and attack.
Talking is a free action, as is crying and begging for mercy.
I guess more so I wanted to ask if I remembered, did they both eat the food? Am I the only person who hasn't eaten the food?
Yes, of the 3 of us, yes.
Got it.
Now,
That's all I wanted to know.
I don't know if we've been in combat with them long enough to know if they'd attack you. I mean, I just attacked them, so it would make sense for them to come back, but
they've
they're
pushed
shambling.
past me twice to attack you guys. They're really kind of moving around me to get to both of you. That's the only reason why I feel that way, but I could be wrong too. I would like to shillelagh and smack someone in the head, preferably the one going after Moira.
That's reasonable. Why don't you go ahead and roll the attack?
Much better. A 17 plus 5, 22 to hit.
Okay, so roll some damage. Welcome, Cuda Juice. Welcome aboard. Jessie is Saturday mornings when we have her. But let's be honest, you've got Barely Molly here. That's pretty freaking awesome. So, just saying.
Although I'm rolling a lot of nat 1s tonight, so it's only 4 damage. Lots and lots of nat 1s.
As it lumbers past and continues to ignore you.
So even after I hit him, he's ignoring me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm done, but I just wanted to clarify.
So 2 cannot get through the door. It's going to stay back. 3, however, is going to push through the window and spend its action climbing into the space. which then loops us to the top of the combat. How's Moira doing?
Moira is going to remember to unmute her mic.
Take a shot.
Still working on the formula for the D20, so. Closer, though.
Wow, we really do have a drinking game. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm going to hit it with the rapier again and see if the door is still open, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and hit it and aim it out the door.
Okay.
That's why not.
I'm trying to fence it back and out the door.
Yeah. That is not going to do it because that's a 4.
That's because you rolled a D8 to hit.
I really did because I am your technical issue today.
You want to hit the hit button.
It's okay. That wasn't better.
That was.
I think it was actually worse.
Better. Do you want to re-roll it?
Sure. Do you guys mind if I use a guy
go
from
for
the
it.
book?
Yeah, we got a couple in there. We've got a good audience tonight. So
Exactly the same number. I rolled a 2, got a 7 total.
So if you're hanging out tonight, the bad news is your cheers can't help her now because she's already used one reroll. But in the future, the cheers fill the Book of Fate. The Book of Fate gets used for rerolls as the party needs to twist their fate to better outcomes, which the way things are going tonight.
We can use all the help we can get.
I have rolled 2 nat 1s already.
The bread might be the least of our worries.
The dice are a large. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Hi, Sierra. Bond, what's going on?
I would like to shoot the zombie that's closest to me.
So the one that came through the door, or the one that Moira's fencing with?
The one that came through the door.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go for that. Still use my longbow. 12.
That'll hit.
Great.
Generally speaking, with recent non-success notwithstanding, you just need it's more about your damage rolls than your hits, because it's usually hard to miss a zombie.
4 damage though.
Yep.
Working
Got
on
it. The first one that came through the door is going to continue to batter away at Moira. And, it's going to connect for 4. And then that puts Winnie up.
Same thing. If I remember to unmute, I'm just gonna shillelagh and hit again.
So you're maintaining the shillelagh.
Yeah.
Through this.
But I keep hitting the +5 next to it, right? When
Yep.
I do. Okay. So it's a 15 to hit.
Oh, but how much damage did you do, though?
Please, not another net 1. Oh!
I will laugh
7? That's
so
a 7,
hard.
not a 1, right? 10. 10 points of damage.
That's enough. And he's off the board.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
You swing the staff a few times, catch it under the chin, send it sprawling back out the door. You can even, if you wish to, use a bonus action to close the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll shut the door. Yeah.
No problem. Door shut.
And I feel like, while maybe the appearance of Winnie is not heavy, Winnie is very heavy. And I think that she could hold that door shut.
Hold the door.
Yes, Hodor.
Hodor.
Very Hodor right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. 3 is going to attempt to come. Oh, it's in the room. Well, then. Let's see. It has a choice. Tiffany, call even or odd.
Even.
Okay, it goes after Sierra.
Sorry.
No problem.
Bring it.
He's climbing over the tables, mostly ignoring Moira for now. Maybe it didn't notice her as it clambered through the door. Ooh, and it forces Sierra to fall back, taking 4 damage.
Ooh.
And now it's up in your face, which is actually the bigger problem because now that longbow's really hard to use.
It's fine.
And the other one's going to try to push the door down. I need a real quick strength check from Winnie.
Sure. Do I just hit my strength? It's not a saving throw, right?
Nope, just strength,
Okay.
straight strength. It's going to be really hard not to beat me. Beat the zombie on this one.
Oh, it's only a 9.
That beat him.
It did?
Yeah, he rolled a natural 1, so
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so his outcome was significantly lower than yours.
Okay.
So when he has the door locked down, and they're not coming through there, that's 2 Moira's up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to cast Dissonant Whispers on the zombie on Sierra.
Okay.
It's
That
a very
sounds
discordant melody.
that sounds
But
scary.
I don't think I have to cast it. It's just verbal. So I'm going to whip out I'm going to whistle. I'm just going to whistle a very off-key.
3d6 psychic damage. Yike. I
do
think
I
it's a
roll that?
wisdom save.
Sorry.
I think it's for half, isn't it?
Wisdom, yeah. Attack save is Wisdom 13.
Okay, let's see how they do on that wisdom save. Okay, roll damage.
And it's 3d6, we said?
Mm-hmm. Wisdom save. Yeah, you never know.
Oh, whoops.
You never know. Stranger things have happened. At least it's a save for half versus nothing like the cantrips. Because that
True.
one still
8.
drives me nuts. How many times I'm playing Celeste and it's like, I cast my cantrip. They save, take no damage.
Yeah.
Like, God darn it.
So they got 8.
They took 8. Solid. That works. Sierra, it's in your face.
All right. So I'd like to immediately drop my longbow and pull out my short swords.
Okay.
And they're both light. I'd like to hit with both. I'll hit with one first, I'm assuming.
It's mathematically improbable you're going to not need the second hit. So
Okay, that's
yes, both blades should come free.
Great.
So give me a damage. That's a solid hit, by the way, 20.
Sweet. 3.
That's damage. And the other one?
Yeah, let's go. Okay. And 5. Sorry, 4.
4.
I was startled.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. It
I don't like things in my face.
it crashes into you as you slash left and right across it, and bits of flesh go flying hither and yon. As it falls, you take 1 more point of damage, and then pick bits of zombie off yourself as you stand up again. Boom, 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 boom. And that zombie is off the board. You just have the one zombie outside the door now. And I would love to hear what Moira's plan is for it. Nope. Winnie has an action still.
That's true.
I don't really have a plan. Should I let our friend in? Because I'm holding the door shut. So, are you guys ready? Should I let him in or?
Yeah,
What do
let
we-
him in. Dash to the
Sarah
side.
yells, "Let me at him!"
Okay. I
Ready
guess
to go.
I want to let them get into like. I'll use my whole action for this, but I'll let them get into like preferable stances, whatever they want, in front of the door, and then I'm gonna open the door.
Cool.
Where do you all want to be?
I want to be behind where Winnie is right now, but up in the air a bit, so I've got a good target to rush forward as soon as Winnie gets out of the way.
Okay.
I'd like to be right where the door is as it starts to open, so I can try and.
So
My
you're sorty.
Yeah.
Okay. quick, Charlie's Angels positions.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of that vibe right now. So Winnie's going to go like that, and Sierra's going to go charging in, and Moira's coming down from on top.
We've suddenly looked like you're doing like football planning. Okay, everybody goes here and then there, and you just need an X and a net. Okay.
Okay. The door pops open. Moira gets the first attack.
Great.
Yeah, it is kind of a hot mess over there.
Ooh, 22.
Duh. That's going to hit the zombie.
Woohoo!
In case there was any doubt before.
7 points.
That's a solid series of hits as it lumbers through the door and you hack and slash and take chunks of it.
Do that, and then if I can, just kind of roll to the side so I'm out of Sierra's way.
Yeah, and Sierra's low. You swoop down and back up, and Sierra lunges in behind you, literally, because she's next in the initiative order.
Right. 11.
That's a hit.
Sweet. Give me better. Ready for that?
Nickel and dime.
Yeah. This one's going to be the good one.
This is the good one? You think so?
No. 7 to hit.
Nope. All right, Winnie, you got to finish it off now.
Shillelagh time. I will never get tired of saying Shillelagh. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Oh my goodness. A natural 1 again. For 6 to hit.
It's going to come back around.
Refresh your D&D page.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Change the dice.
I didn't hit. So I'm just going to say that I'm still I'm just peeking out from behind the door, waving my quarterstaff.
You didn't miss. You just didn't try to. F5.
I'm not really trying. I'm just kind of standing behind the door like, did we get him yet?
Refresh. Okay, the zombie comes in and starts swinging and just trying to beat down on Sierra and get its claws onto her face and just can't seem to find purchase as she takes a few steps back and keeps it somewhat at bay. Moira's up.
Why would mess with a winning combination with swinging and hit it again?
Drive it. Let's see what happens.
Oh, she's doing this. 11. Woohoo!
And our bard rolls out a little bit of damage.
4.
All right, Sierra, it's your chance now.
You got this.
Back for
it.
Sierra's going to get the killing blow, right?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Right, that hits.
It's one.
That's better. 6 to hit, or 6 damage.
Follow-up swing.
All right. I'm just going to hit the button.
Yep.
Oh.
And I think, and that'll take it out.
Yes. I'm so mad.
Teamwork. Woohoo!
Woo.
You have successfully dispatched the zombies. Thank you for the running total, Van Gildy. That helps. 3 dead zombies.
Winnie's just peeking out from behind the door. Are they dead yet? I mean, dead again?
Sarah's kind of waving one chunk of zombie from her short sword.
A hand.
Yeah.
They seem to be
holding the
solidly
hand
dead now.
As you push the hand, actually you pull the bit of zombie off your blade and hold up the hand. You watch as it slowly liquefies and just sort of falls through your fingers onto the floorboards and then oozes down and around through the cracks.
I'm going to fly back to the kitchen and grab a towel.
Yeah,
Okay.
is there a broom?
Here you
I'd
go.
like to start brooming this out of the door.
You don't have to. It runs towards any cracks it can find in the woodwork and just oozes down and out of the building.
Who else feels
Are
this is
you
a great
saying
time to move?
This goo is moving like it is
It kind of just
like
keeps settling.
inchworming?
No, not inchworm. Just more like it finds any kind of crack under it and just goes down through that crack.
Like liquid normally does. It
Okay.
doesn't look like it's got a
It's
personality.
not sentient, but it is definitely like the zombies have become puddles that then fall through this. I mean, you look like, is that actually a crack there? It went down.
I'm gonna peek my head out the door and see if there's some more zombies around, and if there's another house close by.
If I were to like follow the closest crack that it went down, like, is the floorboard loose or anything?
Not terribly. I mean, it's a farmhouse. It's not well maintained. So you could pull the board up if you wanted to.
I'd love to do that. Yeah.
I would pop out your survival knife, stick it in that crack, give it a good yank, and pop the board up. The house sits up on a crawl space about 8 to 10 inches, and there's dirt and dust underneath. No sign of dead zombie.
Well, they're gone.
No puddle either?
No puddle. No zombie. It's as though they were never here.
Hate it.
I would
Love
like them
to
never be
hate
here.
it.
You glance around, you can spot another farmhouse over on the far hill you could head for, or you could head in towards the town, which you're much closer to now than you were when you came through the tree line, or you could head back to the tree line and up into the mountain.
No, I think we're heading towards the town.
Yeah, but maybe
there's
Sierra
anything.
Deer, you're quite good at tracking things, right? Maybe you could see if these zombies left tracks towards the town. Like, did they come from the town or maybe away from it? Maybe as we're walking in.
Yeah, I'd love to take a look at some tracks, if there are any.
Sure, roll me survival.
17.
That's pretty good. Okay, so you look around. You can spot the tracks where the zombies made their way up towards the house. And they were coming from, for the sake of argument, from the back door region. It looks more like a back door, because this other one has this over here, by the way, is a porch. So a nice little wooden porch and everything with that front door and stuff. So but they were coming up from this direction. For the record, town, the front door faces town. So if you were to head into the city, you would then go out the front door and head in. Or if you were coming out from the city, you'd see the front of this quaint little shack. You track the zombies a distance, and at a certain point, the tracks stop. I'd say about 30 feet out. The tracks just... it's almost as if the zombies rose out of the ground seamlessly.
Is it possible that these zombies, that liquidiness, they did that to get here too? And so they did like the reverse of that, where they were like...
Well, they wouldn't have left anything for you to track even that far, would they?
Oh, she's backtracking them. So their point of origin was some distance out.
And there's no other tracks anywhere near the zombie. Like, someone didn't come and raise them and then bolt.
Nope.
Like,
the only tracks in this area are yours.
I'm not sure if you all have heard the story of the bard tale of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with the goo. This is what it's reminding me of.
okay.
That's what's in my head. That's what my tracking skills are telling me right now.
For the record, I've never watched an episode of that. I have zero concept.
I've watched them trying to remember it.
It's the movie.
Yes. I'm only
seen
putting
the
that out there
movie.
so I can say,
Yeah.
this is not inspired by. If it's parallel development, which happens, I'll take it. But I did not plagiarize from that. Not that for those that enjoy it, it's a perfectly enjoyable program. No disrespect.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to see if they came from the town. Like, if the town's overrun by zombies, clearly we don't want to go that way. But they came from nothing in the opposite direction.
Is there a chance that there's like a curse in this house? That's why it was abandoned. And the zombies are attacking whatever's in it, or trying to protect it in a way, a weird, creepy, scary way.
The other thing is, I don't know if you two noticed, the zombies were not attacking me. They were only coming after both of you. They literally pushed me to the side to attack both of you, and the only difference
Look at you. Who would want to attack you?
Dear, I have had to fend off many a man in my prime, okay? But the only difference that I can think is that both of you ate the food that had necromancy magic on it, right? Maybe they were tied to that because it had necromancy energy on it, or magic.
Interesting.
We could test this by eating more of the food. We can handle it.
I don't like that idea, dear. I don't like that idea.
It doesn't necessarily work because, of course, we've already eaten it. How about we check out the town and see if we can check a couple more places and see if there's anything. I could play some music and see if anybody comes out to investigate. I'm going to bring out my pipes. Yeah. With the wings going, so I'm like...
I will,
just going to do Flight of the Bumblebees.
Okay. Yeah, you make some sounds and it echoes through this area. You also start to notice between pauses that you're about the only sounds you can hear.
Oh, no animals, no insects, no wind, no nothing.
Not really, no. Even the birds seem to be... I mean, you found a bird on your way in, but the number seems incredibly awkwardly small.
Well, in my travels, let's see if there's a history or if I've heard any legends of...
Sure, roll a history.
Trying to get there.
That's a reasonable thing to think about. Is there a story that you recall?
Yeah.
Anything potentially related to this?
Oh, so close. And nothing. Nope. I think that was the time I was drinking rum. Oh, wait, maybe it was the time with the monkey. It was the time I was drinking rum with the monkey. That's what this reminds me of. Everything was quiet after that.
Also, do you guys need to take a short rest?
Sleep nap sounds good. I got hit in the face a couple times.
Yes.
I saw, dear. It didn't look comfortable.
It hurt.
I can do a healing word.
I can too, but then I'm out of spell slots.
That's what I was kind of afraid of too. Yeah.
So
look, I'll just take a nap. It's a little nap.
I should probably as well then. Ooh.
Maybe
are you good watching, Winnie?
Like, that's what I was thinking is maybe before we go into this town, maybe heal up a little.
You know, those two beds in the one room look comfy.
And I'm totally fine, so I'll just keep watch, and you guys go take a little nap, and I'll just hang out in the kitchen.
Protecting us from
Don't
the
eat all
bread,
the
aren't
bread.
you?
Yes, I am keeping a very close eye on that pantry.
I'm gonna go
You'll
lay
get
down.
whacked with a spoon if you get anywhere near that pantry, you two.
Okay, hit the short rest button and re-roll that hit die. The good news is there's no question of how many hit dice you're going to roll. Because first level is awesome that way.
Okay, weirdly, I can't remember where the hit dice is to reroll.
If you go up to the top, there's a short rest button.
Yeah, I hit that.
And then under Bard, I think you just check the one box.
Oh,
and then hit
gotcha. I
take
didn't
short
check
rest.
the box.
Yep.
I did that, but it didn't give me any HP back. I'll try it again just real quick for the funsies.
Yeah, mine didn't either.
Oh.
Well, you have to hit confirm.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if that doesn't work, then just roll. Actually, just use the little dice thing in the bottom left,
Yeah.
and just
The D6?
do a custom roll.
All right.
I believe
Mine's a D10.
Oh,
And Tiffany's, you're actually a D8.
oh, whoops. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, we've got Sierra back, and
I
we've
rolled
got
6.
Moira back. So
Nice.
that works out. See, you guys aren't in bad shape at all. I'm just gonna add a few more things to this next encounter.
That's a good nap.
Ah, yeah.
And collect your thoughts, settle in a bit.
Sounds good. Some fresh bread. But a linty
Nope.
biscuit will work too.
Yes, I pass out the biscuits. I pulled the lint off. I tried to make them. I found a plate. I brushed the crumbs off, and I tried to make them look nice. I probably brewed some tea. I'm sure I have some loose tea leaves somewhere.
There's sugar in the pantry, which goes well with tea. Oh.
All right, into town.
There's like all the chairs have been stacked up against the pantry.
How'd you reach that top one? How'd you put that top one up there?
I'm very limber for my age. All right, let's all, if we've had a cup of tea and we've had a biscuit, let's all head out to this town.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. You start to make your way in towards town. And the next thing that catches your eyes as you go is that there's no sign of activity. No people going about the market. There's no sound of a market. The windows are shuttered, and if they're not shuttered, the glass is smashed. And it's either boarded on the inside or there's something stacked against the windows. The entire thing just seems eerily empty.
Something very weird is going on here. Or not going on here. Nothing's going on here. It's weird.
Nothing's going on and it's weird.
I get there in the end.
Most alarming is I've never been to a town where there aren't any rats. And that's very concerning.
Rats, birds, mice, bugs. There's no bugs. When was the last time you were someplace with no bugs?
I can't remember.
As you make your
Well,
way,
let's go try and find another place that has bugs.
suddenly bugs becomes a desired thing.
First time for everything.
Does this Airbnb have bugs, though?
You pass into town, and it's a series of townhouses and other similar structures with the road about 25 feet wide. And they're built to, two stories in some cases, one in others. Sometimes you'll pass what looks like a pair of apartments, and then you'll pass a closed up shop that may have a spool of thread hanging on the placard in front of it. Another shop that you pass just has an open book on its placard, and the iron bars have been closed over the windows. You do. Go ahead.
Everything looks like it's been shuttered and closed on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing looks abandoned. Well, I mean, it all looks abandoned, but nothing looks like everybody ran out without taking care of it. Everybody tried to take care of it first.
Yes.
So, like, no smashed windows. Like, it doesn't look like this place has been, like, looted, basically.
I will say smashed windows, yes. As though something had tried to fight its way through the windows.
Well, there's probably a broken window now out of the farmhouse because the zombie came through it.
Am I able to tell if are there tracks or anything or is it like cobblestone for the town?
It's cobblestoney.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to tell if it was like a similar source.
Nah, once you get into town proper, it's cobblestones and stuff. You can try to track on it if you want to see if you can find where the cobblestones have been kicked in a strange sort of way or other kind of survival-ish activity.
Yeah,
is everything dusty that she can track through?
Oddly enough, there's no layer of dust here. It's not freshly abandoned. 12. With that, I will definitely grant that you can see signs that there has been life somewhat recently in the area. People have come through here recently. Almost some signs of perhaps even combat. The cobblestones are not well maintained. The grout between them is cracked and broken. And in many places it looks like it's just dirt packed down between the rocks.
So I think this is more recent than the farmhouse that this has been abandoned, or at least there's been people before. I don't know if they've just stumbled upon it like this, like us, or what.
Yeah, that's weird. You said that there were signs of combat?
It seems like it, yeah.
That's interesting for the middle of a town. Especially in now empty.
Recent-ish combat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like.
I wonder if other adventurers have come by like us looking for something and found zombies.
Or if they've been placed here like us.
Yes.
Possibly. As you make your way through, you hear the sounds of something fighting up ahead. Take a peek at page 3 on the Jamboard.
Yeah.
Whoomp. You are coming up this road, this pathway through town. So Winnie, Moira, and Sierra, and it sounds like noise is coming from up around that corner.
Oh dear.
What is the long rectangular kind of orangish thing at the corner?
2-story buildings, 1-story building, boxes, abandoned cart.
I'd like to dash up and hide behind those boxes and look over the top. See if I can figure out what's going on.
Okay.
I definitely run as well. Check it out.
I'll go, but I want to stay. I'm big lumbering lady. I'd like to stay behind the building and just have them report what they see, because I don't think I'm gonna stealth my way through anything.
You can see some kind of shape lumbering off down the alley that way, or down the road that way.
Okay.
Would you say same kind of lumber as the zombies?
Mm-hmm.
I'm chasing after it. I'm ready to kill some zombies.
Is there anything else? Just the one?
That's what you can
zombie?
see from there.
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna run with Sierra. I'm gonna kind of do a hop flying thing.
I got long legs.
I fly as much as I can, I guess.
I'm just running after you both going, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I picture bits of yarn coming out of her apron pockets.
Yeah, I have to
goes.
say that when you said there was like a spool of thread, Winnie was just like, oh, I wish they were open. Like,
I lost my needle the other day and I haven't been able to replace it.
yeah, it's a beautiful spool of thread.
Let's see. Which one do I want? Yep. That'll work. Okay. Let me paint the scene for you. As you come around the corner, you can see that there are 5 zombies. Bring it on 7. What? 7 D&D edition?
You've never
bring it
heard
on
of the
7. Okay.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
there's like a billion Bring It On movies.
That's fair. Doomp, doomp, doomp. And then we have Z, A, and A. Actually, we'll put A up front to kind of lay it all out. A and Z. C1, C2, 1, 2, 3. As you come around the corner and look, you can see a group of people have taken up shelter behind this layer, using this wagon and these boxes for cover, as this horde of zombies is making its way down the street towards them. If you look all the way past them, you can actually see that the road ends in a T intersection with it's all 2-story buildings, and a ballista has been set up pointing down the road this direction. It's currently unmanned, and you're not even sure if it's operable from your current position. So Sierra, Moira, Winnie.
Well, that sounds like a good thing to figure out.
The two figures do not appear to be moving, but the one that represents the S looks like a figure in a cloak with their hood up, is continuing to fire arrows down the street into the zombie horde coming at them. The A's represent zombies that are still wearing piecemeal armor. The others are simply just lumbering corpses.
So it looks like there's only one person fighting these things?
At the moment, yes.
Do we need to roll initiative, or do we get like a surprise round or something?
I'm curious what y'all are going to do first.
Oh.
I mean, you don't have to join the combat.
We have to join the combat.
That seems like a warning, but also Sierra is joining the combat.
If they're joining, you know Winnie's in.
As a further point of clarity, there is an alleyway here and here.
Ooh, I want to sneak down the alleyway, the first one, because that will pop me out behind them.
Sure.
If they don't notice me.
Gonna bring out my panpipes and blow as loud as possible and see if I can pull their attention down here, and that way Sierra can pop out, because maybe they'll come closer and she can really pop out into them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go into the center by that blue dot and draw their attention with my
Okay, so right next to the
pipes.
well.
Yeah.
Sarah's gonna make a dash.
Yeah, right in front of it. I'm gonna see if one will like dash past me into a well. You know.
Winnie's doing what when all this is happening?
I think like behind that cart where Moira was, like at that corner of that building.
Okay.
I think that's fine. That's I'm having a hard time reading the squares. I also don't have my glasses on, so I'm like squinting. That's like within 90 feet of them, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
5, 10, 15 foot. Yeah, I figured, but just making sure. I'm fine there.
Yeah, I think 50 would be 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't mean to mark.
I really should just put some glasses on and stop. These are my grandma glasses.
Oh, those are cool.
Are
They're
they?
so cute.
Full on hex. I mean, those are pentagon or octagons.
I do feel very, very grandma in these.
No,
the eyebrow
very
wiggle with it.
trendy. Oh, that's no, yeah. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 90 feet would be
Okay.
there-ish.
Yep, that's good then.
That works. Okay, so Moira starts making all this noise as Sierra tries to slip through there. Go ahead and give me Sierra's stealth check as she disappears around that corner. I'm kind of just curious as to how that's going to go.
I'm sneaky as hell.
I mean, yes, you are. Like, nobody sees that. Moira starts...
You'd love to see it.
And I would love a performance check for Moira.
Okay. I always end up being on the wrong screen. I'm so sorry.
And there's Lunar.
Ooh, natural 20, so 25.
Jeez.
Nice.
Okay, that's going to change things a little bit. The horde breaks in that moment. And half of it starts lumbering towards Moira.
Cool.
The other half is going to stay and continue to fight their way in as the cloaked person drops their bow and takes up a short sword and begins to try to fight back to keep them in this little bottleneck as best they can. And Sierra will successfully pop out when we roll initiative, and we'll notice that both of these are wounded soldiers. One of them, well, soldiers, they're commoners with pitchforks. This one actually has a functioning pitchfork. This one just has a large stick that looks like it was once a pitchfork. Now they're using it as a club. And neither looks like they're in great shape. Roll me some initiative for this little epic combat. Let's see. Yeah. I actually have a sound alert for roll initiative that you can fire. I also tried to get one that I could push a button and a D20 rolls across the screen. And I haven't quite got in the hang of that yet. Lunar, thank you, by the way, for hosting us. It's nice to get some more exposure in, a good kind of way, not the oops, I forgot to turn my camera off sort of way. Come on, you could build an entire website around those stories over the last year. Okay, Moira's at 19. Sarah comes in also at 19. And Winnie at 8.
Grandma doesn't have the best speed when it comes to this stuff.
That's
Fish oil,
okay.
it really helps your knee joints.
That's okay. So, that's zombie number 1. Zombie number 1 is coming after Moira. And it's going to use its entire action to close with her. I can't wait to see how you guys guess. What's Moira going to do then?
I would like to let it get as close as it can and then try and just fly up in the hopes that it'll dump into the well. Or help it.
Can you push it into the well?
I can totally, yeah. Can I just, swing over it and push it into the well?
Give me an attack roll.
Okay, so unarmed strike, right? I assume?
Yes.
Oh, that, not so much. No, that's an 8.
Really?
Zombies are slippery.
I see an 18.
Do you?
That's your initiative. I didn't see your attack
That's
roll.
my initiative. So 7 plus 1. I think it's delayed for you.
I think
Yeah, I
it's
see an 8.
really delayed. There it goes.
I also see it, yeah.
I had to refresh. That's okay. I got your 8. Let's see. Which one is this? This is a yeah, that one's, he's a little squirrely. As it comes up and over, as you jump up and you fly into it, it kind of swats at you a few times. The good news is I will acknowledge that you have traded places with it. It is no longer between you and everybody else.
And the other horde of zombies.
Yeah, it is now on this side of you, and there's Moira. So that was a good idea. In fact, you can always try again.
Great theory. Yes.
You can always try again. Sierra has
think I
popped
get
out
it.
of the alley.
Yes.
So I'm going to, for the simplicity, the stranger will be blue, and you will be in black ink. So there's the stranger, and there's Sierra.
Great. I'm going to quickly be like, yo, what's up? But then launch an arrow into Zomba, the second. Number 2.
What's up? I'm going to shoot something.
I'm here to help, but I don't actually say that.
You say
I feel like it's self-explanatory. What zombie says what's up,
Exactly. I'm making myself appear or be known as human.
Okay, we can totally do that. Because that zombie is gone. That one ran down there. Low level D&D is... Yes, RNG is rough. That's going to hit the zombie.
Wonderful.
Either one. Was it the armored or the other one?
The armored.
Okay, cool.
And 9 points of damage.
9 is really good. Armored 1. Where's armored 1? There's armored 1. 9. All right, sweet. That's a good shot. This commoner is going to bleed. It took him 6 seconds to bleed, but that's what he's doing. 2 is also coming at Moira and will use its entire action to get there. As it lumbers down the field towards her, turning its back from everything else. This one is going to stand up enough to throw a dagger.
A little me?
Not do anything. The stranger, for their action, since they're not overrun yet, will take a shot with their bow. They'll hit the same one that Sierra hit and take it out. So that worked. That zombie's off the board. Good teamwork. Regular zombie 2 is on top of you guys. It is going to go after the commoner that's right there in that corner. And armor class. Yep. And just eat his face.
Oh.
He puts up a fight, he bashes back at it, and then screams as it just lumbers down on him. And that's the end of him. Hey, Skull Kid. Thank you for the hearts. 3 is turning around and rushing at Moira. As she intended.
Of course.
Okay, so question of the moment. What's Winnie doing? As we scroll over to your part of the battlefield.
Yeah. So, Moira's in the middle of 3.
Yep.
Are you flying, Moira?
I think I'm kind of hovering.
Yeah,
I believe.
She hasn't actually taken flight. She's like right above the ground.
So I have a question. Would Entangle get Moira in it?
No.
Then I would like to entangle these zombie buds.
Zombie buds.
Zombie buds. I don't know what to call them. What does a grandma call a zombie? Rob, I'm trying here.
Not a grandma. I have no concept.
You little hooligans just aren't listening very well, are you?
yeah, hooligans.
Don't you know
for
you're
sure.
supposed to stay dead?
So it's...
If I've killed you once, I've killed you 100 times.
Yeah. It's a 20-foot square from a point of origin within 90 feet. So I can get all 3 of them in, right?
Oh yeah.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, I can grab. I would like to grab just all of them, and they take what is it?
They have a strength 13 to get out of that area.
Yes.
That's kind of impressive. Okay, I will mark that on the board. This area is now a big pile of writhing vines and roots that have sprung up out of the cobbles. Ooh, wait, you wanted to catch that
Oh,
one.
wait, it's yarn. It's yarn.
That's
it's
right,
The yarn
they're
over
yarn.
pockets.
Yes, knit roots burst out between the cobblestones and begin ensnaring everything around Moira. That's handy. I don't think it restrains them, though.
It does. It causes the condition restrained.
Well, that's nice. Must succeed in a strength saving throw or be restrained. Well, let's see how they all do. So, number 1, how do you do with that strength save? Not so good. I will so mark them. Restrained means that they have a move of 0. They have disadvantage on attacks, and anything attacking them has advantage against them.
Yes.
It is really nice.
Yes, I love Entangled a lot. I learned that in our one shot we did, Rob.
Oh, that wasn't entangled. That was the spiny the what was it?
Yeah.
The thorns.
Was it Thorn Growth?
Yeah, that one was nasty.
That was brutal.
Wow, I can't roll for a darn today.
Spike Growth, that's it.
Spike
yes.
Growth, yeah.
Yes. That was so good.
Well, it didn't hurt any that all the undead you were fighting had no ranged attacks.
Yeah.
So they all had to cross through 40 feet of spike growth to get to you.
Everything was dead before it could get to us.
It was definitely the MVS. But that's a dang effective action out of the druid.
And then I will just duck back behind my cart.
Okay, that's very good. Zombie 1 is over. He is dead. Oh yeah, defeated. I don't know why they got an action. They're off the board. 1 is going to try to break free at the end of its turn, and it does not. It will swing at Moira as best it can to no appreciable effect. What's Moira doing?
If I kick it into the well, is that'll break the entangle, or is it just gonna dangle over?
Don't know.
I'm gonna stab it.
You'll have to
I'm
kick
gonna
it.
try and kick it into the well.
Give me an attack roll.
You should have advantage on all your attacks, so.
Yep.
Oh, I should. That's right.
You don't need it though.
I don't with that.
So it's your strength versus its dex. It's at disadvantage, I assume.
Yes. Because it's
but
restrained,
it's
isn't
resilient. Yes. Make your strength check though. Zombie bungee
great.
jump.
Sorry.
Yeah, you hit it. Did you push it into the well though?
That's not a saving throw. It's my strength check. Okay.
Strength check. Yep. Or athletics if you have athletics.
I got a 19 with strength, so I'm
and
good with it.
That zombie is which one? Zombie.
Oh, it's the
1.
zombie one right by the well. Yeah.
Past zombie 1. Bye. Zombie go down to hole.
Zombie go down to.
Speaking of push, I hate to do this, but I can't stop thinking about it. But chat made me pick Ember to fight an arena against an orc chieftain, and I almost bloody won, and no equipment went in with her.
Oh,
You only had what was
wow.
in there, and I almost beat him because she had 2 short swords, and every action was knockdown, sneak attack, knockdown,
Yeah.
sneak attack, and it was just dice. 3 times I tried, 3 times I failed, and all 3 times I got her down, got the other orc down to like 1 hit point, and then died. And then I went back to a save, and I had Shona do it, and that was
different.
That was very different. Yeah.
I really want to spin around and hit one of the other ones, but I don't think I can.
I don't think you can either at first level.
Like,
You're just excited
yes,
you pushed
I'm
it into the
done.
well.
I am. I'm like, woohoo! This sparkles in a little tune. I don't think I
Take a
can
break.
do
We
anything
can
else.
totally take a break.
I mean,
Okay. So
Yeah.
what's Sierra doing?
So I just want to make sure, how far am I from the zombie that just ate that commoner's face? Like, I can't tell if it's like 5 feet apart. Like, could I use my longbow, or is it like?
I'll allow it.
super close? Okay.
You
I
might
just wanna
take
make
you might have to take a couple step back,
Okay.
because he's like right there, but he's not noticing you, so I won't let him get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to do that. 10.
These guys are a little harder to hit.
It's okay.
These guys are a little harder to hit. Let me double check to make sure I'm not nuts. Yeah, it's close, but not close enough.
That's fine.
That's fine. It's fine. Everything's
Yeah.
fine.
Everything's great.
He was bleeding, commoner number 1, but he is going to take as an opportunity to stab with his pitchfork at that zombie. It has 0 effect. Number 2 is going to do its best to make an attack on Moira, but it can't through the restraints. The stranger is going to switch to their short sword, since that's so close, and have no appreciable effect. Zombie number 2, oh, it's that one, is going to turn its attentions on the stranger. And connects. There we go. Okay, there's that. We have the last one that's restrained back by Moira. And it's probably not going to do anything, but it's going to try to get its ooh. Well, that's... Moira takes 7 damage.
Did you say 7?
I take 7? Ow!
Did.
That's gonna hurt a bit.
As it manages to like pull one of its arms loose long enough to swing its... As Moira like pushes the zombie into the well and lets up a cheer and kind of does a little spinny dance in the air, completely misses that one of the 2 zombies that were entangled with her ripped its arm free of the vines and managed to connect a few times with its blade, knocking Moira down into the roots. And as she pulled herself back up from it again, it continued just to batter on her, and she's just everything she can to keep from like taking that fatal blow as she shakes and struggles.
Because I'm in the vines now, right?
No, you pull yourself back. Roll me a strength save, but I'm going to give you I'll give you a roll it at advantage.
Okay.
If you can remember to.
Got it. Oh, thank goodness.
You're fine.
Woo!
You're fine. Yeah, you managed to stay up and out of them. So what's Winnie doing?
What's the one that just beat up on
Moira?
Number 3.
Yeah. Number 3?
Yep. And 1 is off the map.
Okay. And these are 5 feet a square, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to...
I always get nervous. The more Molly thinks, the more nervous I get.
I know.
Because she's going to roll more dice.
I
just know it.
Is it possible? Okay, my movement. I have 30 feet of movement. I would like to move around the side of my entanglement. As kind of as far over as I can get.
Okay.
And then I would like to thorn whip the one that is attacking Moira to kind of pull him back off of her. Like, if I can situate it to throw him into more entanglement, that'd be great. But I don't know if I can do that.
No problem. Give me the attack roll on that thorn whip. Let's crack into it.
11. Not gonna hit.
Oh wait, you get it. You have advantage though, so roll it again.
Oh, that's right.
That crazy advantage because it is entangled.
Nice. Okay, 17.
That'll hit. Give it some damage.
Cool.
Indiana Jones time. Dun 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 dun.
5. 5 damage.
Solid. It'll feel that. What's Moira doing?
But that pulls them away too, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I'll pull it a little bit back. All right. So it's right at the edge of your effect zone.
Cool.
Good call.
I'm going to use the rapier on A2.
Okay.
Yeah. I was debating using a bardic inspiration, but I kind of feel like we're doing okay.
Yeah, I was going to use healing word, but I'm out of spell slots.
I love how you're at 2 hit points and you're thinking I'm kind of doing okay.
Oh right, I forgot.
I like it. That's optimism. That's
okay.
That's first level adventurer optimism.
Can I? Actually, that's a great question. Can I stab him and then heal word on myself?
Yes, you can.
Do that. I'm gonna stab him. Go. I'm all right. No, wait. Maybe I'm not. 19 to hit.
That'll hit. Doing okay for someone internally bleeding. Yes.
And fine. It's just a flesh wound. It's fine. 9 damage.
That's some serious damage.
I am really annoyed, apparently.
You think?
Yeah, and I would like to do a healing word.
Okay.
But it's not to totally die.
Yay, bonus
1d4.
actions. My problem is I keep forgetting when I'm playing Celesta that it really does hold you to you get 1 bonus action per round.
Okay, I rolled a 3, but I think I get a plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
For healing word? Yeah. 1d4 plus 3, so 6 back.
Oh, 6. Oh, thank goodness. Woohoo!
Yeah,
Not dead yet.
first level is darn swingy. Okay, Sierra. Pond, what's going on?
So I would like to take another attempt to hit that zombie that's close to us, or close to me with my longbow, since I was a little worried with what was going on there, but then they look cool.
They look cool.
Yeah.
They look cool. Okay.
Yeah. I was doing so good earlier.
Yeah, you're not now.
Yeah, it's fine. So I was just really distressed by seeing Moira
it was distracting.
almost die.
It was distracting.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to lash out again. And, what do you know? He connected. So the one guy that's holding his insides inside, and I mean that in a very literal way, lashes out with his pitchfork and manages to connect a couple of times. The zombie this is 2, so this is the one that was been pulled away from Moira. No, still within reach of Moira, is going to still try to get a weapon up. Oh my gosh. And it manages to pull loose of the roots enough to connect for 5.
Oh my gosh, I am so glad I healing worded.
And then it's going to see if it can break free of the... Oh, and it's not restrained now. It breaks loose.
How dare!
The stranger sees that from across the way and is going to ignore the thing next to them. And take out that zombie. Yep, take out that zombie that's just hit Moira. With their action. So that's off the board.
Ah.
The zombie right next to them is going to repay them for that. Owie.
Ooh.
Double owie. And they like drop to a knee as it turns and begins to pull them down. And it's basically, it hasn't even stood up from where it ate the last guy. It just drags the stranger down by their cape and starts pounding on them and ripping in. Which is unfortunate. Good news, though. If you've been worried about Moira, nothing's in reach of her now. If that's been on your radar. 3 is going to turn and do what it can to break loose. Focusing on the only person it can reach, which is Winnie. And it doesn't get through, but does it break through? It doesn't break loose of the vines either. What's Winnie doing?
I am just gonna shillelagh that guy. He's trapped. I'm gonna bonk him on the head.
The best I love that it's a cantrip.
Oh, 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. I mean, I know it's advantage, but I feel like that's good.
That's very good. Yeah.
I can't see. It's covered up by text. 7 damage.
7. It's off the board.
Nice. Just bonk him down into the yard.
Good teamwork.
How dare you?
Good teamwork. All right, that leaves one left. Moira, what's you doing?
I can't get to him. I don't have anything.
Oh, if there's no more zombies, I'll drop the entangled too, just on the off chance Moira gets stuck in it.
Yeah, it's gonna take Moira's whole action to get down there, I think.
Yeah, I've only got 30 feet of movement, so I don't even think I can get to him.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you'll get there this turn, but that's it. That's both your moves.
If I do a Bardic Inspiration on him, will that help? I'm trying to remember what Bardic Inspiration does. It gains an inspiration die of 1d6 for 10 minutes. Creature can add it to an ability check, attack, roll, or saving throw.
Yep, you just give it to him.
Yep. So I'm going to get down there as close as I can and also throw on a Bardic Inspiration to him.
Who are you giving the Bardic Inspiration to?
The stranger.
Okay. The stranger will accept the die.
And just prep to stab the zombie next turn.
That'll work. If it lives that long, then we're almost into a race to see who gets to kill it. Maybe.
Good to have options and theme music.
All kinds of good possibilities. So what's Sierra doing?
Sierra's just gonna try really hard to hit it with her longbow again. Super focused. I think she does.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
And she's real mad. So mad she does 4 whole points of damage.
All right, the commoner that's been being hit is going to go ahead and do what they can do, which is not much. The stranger picks themselves up, swings their sword into the zombie, and does something to it. It gets its action. It's going to turn its focus now on Sierra. Ineffectively. Winnie's up.
Is it possible for me to get to the zombie or within 30 feet of it?
Within 30 feet?
Within 30 feet. I would like to thorn whip him away from stranger. Pull him away.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Okay.
As crocheted vines whip out of your hand and slash into him. Connecting.
16?
Damage him.
Oh, not great on damage. Just 1 damage, but he gets pulled
1 hit point.
10 feet. 10 feet to me.
So you pull him right into Moira.
No. Can you pull him right into my sword? That's really convenient. It's right out there and ready.
Well, it works out because guess who the next action is?
I know.
Moira's up.
Oh, stabby. Stabby. Well, just 1 stabby. Whew, thank goodness.
But it's a good
That was
stabby.
almost a 1.
It's a good stabby.
18.
It's a stabby that connects. And
damage is 8.
Nice. That is a serious, and that gets it off the board.
Teamwork. Look at that.
Woo! No one died. They almost died.
One commoner died. I watched his face got eaten. It was gross.
Ooh.
The stranger, before you can even blink and take a moment to roll, the stranger is already carrying the other commoner with the pitchfork towards the barricade at the end of the street. They're all, I mean, they don't even look back as they start off down the street together. And you hear a groan and you can see more zombies pouring into the avenue on either side. And we'll discuss what the outcome of that is in 5 minutes. Refresh your water, grab a snack. We'll see you guys back here in 5.
Cool.
And I wanted to come back so I could say hey to Cheapskate because I know you are. Let's see if I'm doing the math right. It is what 2 a.m. where you're at. Let's see, 3 gets us to there. Yeah, it's gonna be what 2 or 3 a.m. So thank you for being up at this hour to hang out with us. There was I'm still blows my mind. I bumped into a streamer from Southern Ireland, and she was all geeked because she's moving to Texas. And I felt really bad because I'm like, why on earth would you give up Ireland for Texas? And then that's where her fiance is. So, or rather, that's where her fiance is stationed. So there's even less like freedom of choice to all of it. So it's like, oh, okay, I guess for true love, you could give up Ireland for Texas. And somewhere, and there's a pub. There's a guy with a guitar and a girl with a fiddle going, we can make a song out of this. But do you think it's going to be a sad one? Don't know yet. Have to wait and find out.
Hey, the grass is always greener, right? I bet if you're born in Ireland, all you want to do is move away.
But Texas?
Yeah, it's different.
It's hot. A lot. Okay, so for those that came in during the break, and who are marveling at somehow Molly's ability to be cold while south of the Mason-Dixon line, we have just wrapped up our combat, and they have been fighting their way through. Let's pop that out. Give me a little bit of leeway, Cheapskate. I still get Eastern Europe and French mixed up. I can do a decent English and a decent non-English. I'm working on it. Anyway, so they fought their way into town, where they came across a stranger that was actively fighting competently, 2 more that were not. And as the combat wrapped up, more zombies began to pour into the street. The stranger grabbed their companion, and that someone is. Oh, then you and Cheapskate should be hanging out more because you're on the same time zone at least. So that's a good thing. They're making their way in towards this kind of like encampment area where the road's been blocked off. There's a ballista set up. There are double doors into what looks like a tavern. Now that you see it, and you can start to. I'm always trying to at least get people on the same time zones to hang out together. How many times have we tried to do stuff and it's like, oh, I'd love to hang out with you and play D&D or, do It Takes Two. And it's like, sweet, what's a good time? 3 o'clock. Sweet, I could do 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'm on in London time. That changes things. So anywho, you watch as they start to go. And as you saw back at the farmhouse, the zombies sort of just melt down onto the cobblestone and get absorbed into the dirt and the cracks in the mortar between the individual stones, leaving nothing behind as they disappear.
All right. We should figure out what to do about that.
Yeah, I would say running after them and excuse me.
Yeah, I think
us.
we go in with them with the ballista.
Okay, so you can follow them along as they make their way towards the tavern. As Winnie runs past, you notice that they did not pick up the body of the one that was killed here behind the boxes, and Winnie watches as his remains meld down into the cobblestones.
Oh, hate that.
Yeah, that's not no, that's not good.
They make their way into the tavern, and they will look back and see you coming, and they'll wave you in. The doors are closed, and a large, heavy bar is dropped into place to bar it. And as you look around the tavern, it's well maintained, but all of the windows are boarded over from the inside, with huge slabs of wood nailed across each of them. The door's been reinforced, so you can see where there's like fresh, like they've really added stuff to keep this thing. It's almost like a fortress as you look around.
And this is, okay, you said it's the tavern. So is it straight where the ballista is?
Yeah, it's the double door.
Okay.
The doors behind the ballista lead into the tavern.
Oh, gotcha. I saw. Okay.
Yep. So they went right in there.
Great plan.
I mean, I can pull up the bellboard for that too.
Did you guys do all this?
The stranger pulls back the hood of her cloak. She's probably 19, but her hair is already stark white. And she carries herself much older than somebody would for her physical age. And she takes a moment to breathe and sits down on one of the tables and puts her boot up on one of the benches and nods. It's the only safe place we have left in town. Here in the forge.
How's your companion?
He'll live. It's better than Peter.
I'm very sorry about that.
Well,
how long have you been here?
She looks
if you
around.
wouldn't mind, where is here, dear?
That too.
Yeah. You mean the bird and rat?
That's a weird name for a town.
No.
Strange because we haven't seen any birds or rats.
A large
The
man.
one bird.
A large man behind the bar goes, "No, it's not quite like that. It's more like it's the only thing my father could draw when he opened the joint."
Ah, the artistic inspiration.
It was supposed to be the eagle's roost.
Hmm. So that's just the name of the tavern, but what's the name of this town? Do you know?
They do. Because they live here. The DM is skimming through his notes.
Ah, so we're in the fine town of...
We're in the fine town
Ah, yes. I've not heard about it at
as
all.
he's skimming through his notes. Because it's in here. I wrote it down.
What's with all the zombies? Is it something they drank? It's be a problem.
Is it something they ate?
The one they ate?
Is it bread they ate?
Okay. Well,
Is it bread-based zombieism?
Starfall has had its share of bad luck. But we're not really sure what happened to initiate the zombie attacks. It's just
How long have they been going on for?
Upwards of, not sure, actually, now that I think on it. It's been a while. And the girl with the white hair goes, 6 months, 4 days. Yeah, that's about what I would have guessed. 6 months, 4 days.
Long time. Why no creatures? It's a very quiet town.
Well, he considers that. And the girl answers, well, there's animals to be found. If I decide on principle I want to hunt, I can sometimes find a deer. It's not usually worth the risk.
Are you saying that you're... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask how many people are in town. Yours is better.
Is there a short supply of food then, if you have to risk it?
No, I don't like eating the food.
We came across a very peculiar pantry on our way into town with necromantic energy.
They both kind of like sit up straight when you pull
Really
themselves up.
tasty bread.
What did you detect?
Oh, I have I would say a little affinity for the arcane arts, and I was able to decipher that there was necromantic and conjuration schools of magic applied to the food. I did not partake, and I've noticed that the zombies don't particularly have an interest in me, but they do keep coming after my companions. Have you all eaten the food as well?
They
or
look
at least the replenishing food.
The two look at each other, and the woman's the one that talks. Everyone in town more or less has. And yes, that's all of the food stocks are so blessed or cursed. So if I hunt, it's not because I can't find food. I want to forget about the hell we've been locked in.
I would definitely recommend maybe not eating any more of the replenishing food in this town. It does seem dodgy to me, dear.
Well, none of us knew that when it first started showing up.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
It was answers to prayers. Do you know what it's like to grow crops when the sun doesn't shine?
That does seem difficult. What? The sun never shines here?
Hasn't for generations.
Why do you stay here?
Can't leave. The girl says, I've ranged fairly far, farther than most. Every trail seems to just turn back towards town. Every compass loses its way once you get out of sight of the city limits. By the time you right yourself, you find yourself coming out of the forest and down a mountain pass again, right straight into the heart of the valley. According to my grandmother, it's been that way for as long as anyone here can remember. The large amounts, but we've managed. We've found ways to get to procure what we've needed to survive. There have always been keys.
Would you say, and I'm sorry if you already answered this, but that the zombie problem started happening around the same time as your replenishing pantries did?
I hadn't really thought about it much.
But would you gauge that that's probably accurate?
So it would seem. About the same time whatever demon began to infect us with zombies, they seem to have created a way to lure us to our deaths. You said some of your party have partaken?
Well, yeah, I ate like 2 loaves.
Winnie is just like full sweating, dabbing with a handkerchief. Yes, everyone except for myself has eaten of the food here.
He looks at the woman who looks back. Seems that our lots are tied together now.
It does indeed. Can you think of, was there a stranger who came through, or I don't know, an evil witch who cursed your land and then all of a sudden you had all this food, or these zombies started showing up? Like, is there a cause and effect here?
Well, there's a ruins near town, what used to once be a castle. Zombies first started to appear at nearest there. They can appear anywhere, it seems, that we are. But they always seem to come. They started out that way. If you said that the food is enchanted with necromantic energy, my money would be that whatever creature or person that's been plaguing our town has set their shop there.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah, have any of your party ventured through this castle? Why is it in ruins? And it seems like if you know the zombies are coming from there, why haven't you guys ventured out to root out the problem?
Well, we've tried. It's that. And she glances over at the barkeep, who stares back at her and shakes his head. We've sent expeditions, but the attacks were so fast, and every time they fell someone, that person joins their ranks. What started off as a few zombies here became a half a dozen there. Lady Shaz tried to lead the militia and was pulled off her horse by them, and now she leads some of them. I mean, it's one thing to fight a lumbering corpse, but how do you fight a lumbering corpse that knows how to wield a greatsword?
Oh. Do you have any other insight onto what we might come up against in this castle? You said Lady Shaz wields a greatsword. Does she know any arcane arts on top of that, or?
Not to my knowledge.
Did you lose anybody with arcane abilities?
No, there's no one of that sort in this town.
Mm.
As amusing as that might be. Checking my notes. I really need to organize my notes. Huh. Oh well. Are you suggesting then that you want to venture there? That you think you could destroy whatever it is that's creating this?
Yes, absolutely. And if it is in both of our interests to root this out, maybe you could join us.
She thinks about that. I can't hurt Peter. If he rises up, you'll have to take him out. And there are a few others. I don't know if I can fight them.
Just let us know. I'll take care of it.
You saw my yarn on the field. We can, if push comes to shove and you don't want to hurt anybody, I'm sure we can tie them up.
Tie up a zombie?
Why not?
They're relentless.
For a little bit.
They never end. They fight without fear or exhaustion. You do realize that there are only 2 bastions left in this entire community.
This and the smithy, right? Or the forge?
Yes, and the forge is probably going to fall before morning.
Then it's best we go now before more people fall, isn't that right?
Are you sure you can?
Heroes, of course we can.
You said it yourself. Our fate is tied to yours. My companions ate the food as well. I'm not about to abandon them.
You haven't?
No, I have biscuits.
You should
that I
go
brought.
now then. Flee.
No, dear.
Flee.
I won't be leaving
You
them.
might be able to escape the hell.
You don't really know Winnie then.
Dear, we will be escaping hell, and we'll all be going together. And I will make a nice cross stitch about this when we get back.
Okay. Right. All right. I'm not sure I can go now though. I need to rest.
Oh, I think we all need a rest, yes. If it's safe here, you think for a rest.
Oh, nothing's taken out the bird and rat. We'll be here to the last. And just as he says that, a hand bursts through a plank of wood in the door, and the entire bar across the door begins to bend inwards.
Sir,
What you
your
gonna do?
door.
Pull out my bow.
I'm gonna go over to the bar and order a couple of beers.
I'm gonna try and reinforce the door. Me and this big lumbering guy. I don't remember what his
I'm gonna
name
do
is.
that
But
again. We're gonna pour some beers, bring them over, refresh everybody. Oh wait, can't. Wait, is this food we shouldn't drink too?
don't eat or drink anything, Moira.
Not even the beer?
Not even the beer. Nothing.
Fermented.
Why are
I'm
we-
so surprised.
This place sucks.
Fine.
It
Yeah,
does suck.
All right. Do you have any really flammable liquid? Barkeep.
Yeah. And he reaches under the bar and pulls out a bottle of whiskey.
Right. You got some other bottles back there. I'm gonna grab some other bottles. I'm gonna pour some whiskey. Maybe 3/4 of the way full. I'm gonna go find some rags, and then I'm gonna see if there's a window I can fly out of and throw one of these at a group of zombies and see what happens.
Okay. She watches Moira
Making
makes.
a Molotov cocktail to hit some zombies.
She takes out through, runs up the stairs and jumps out the window, and you see this wave of zombies pushing against the door.
I'm gonna fly back in because I forgot to light it. I'm gonna light them and throw them at it and see if I can.
I think don't you have a cantrip for that?
I don't like cantrip. Does that work? Will that light something on fire?
Technically, no. But
Okay. Oh, can it?
no. Wait, Druidcraft. What's Druidcraft do?
Oh yeah, I do have Druidcraft. I don't think it does that. I think
it
it
does
like
not
does
make
wind
fire.
and stuff.
Oh,
Nope.
instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire.
Aha! Woo!
Yeah, Druidcraft.
Let's do
Boom,
that.
flames.
Yay! Excellent.
Chuck it down into the throng, and they kind of start to veer around. You watch as a few of them get consumed by the fire and melt into the cobblestones. Meanwhile, the barkeep is working to kind of like reinforce the door, and as a hand comes through, they push a plank of wood down, and he starts pounding these nails in on either side of it.
I would like to be helping him. I'll be like holding the plank's way too big for my human body to be holding. I'm like one arming and grabbing like chairs and stuff and pushing them towards the door.
He glances over at you.
Granny takes her vitamins.
Oh, that's an impressive display there.
Oh dear, it's all in the biscuits. You gotta eat properly, but not this food. Not this food at all.
Right. And then after a few minutes, the zombies subside as they either get burned up or they move on to easier prey. And you enjoy some quiet again.
Insight check. I just want to see if I can figure out if there's something else going on. That I just even weirder's got to be going on.
Ask a question. Or roll insight and then tell me what it is what you're concerned about.
While she's rolling, did you say their names, by the way? I forgot to write it down.
I have not.
Oh,
Actually.
Speaking of which, what are your names? I'm Winnie. This is Sierra and Moira. That's Linton in the back. He's a little quiet.
My question, I want to see where these zombies are coming from. Like, how do they...
Okay.
I want to see where they're coming from.
The girl,
but I rolled an 8,
rolled an
so
8.
I'm pretty sure no.
That's fair. The girl introduces herself as Natalia. And the large man's name is Petrov.
Wait, there was a Petrov and there was a Peter? I don't know that I'm not there. Sorry.
Oh, you're there?
No, I'm outside.
No relation.
Oh.
It's a common thing.
May I see if the whiskey that was poured has regenerated?
Oh, yeah. The back of the bar is fully stocked.
Darn.
Sierra, dear, I'm holding the spoon.
I was just investigating for clues.
Mm-hmm. See that you do.
Yes.
Natalia looks over. If they've already eaten, why are you concerned?
Because what if you stop eating And then tomorrow, because you haven't eaten anything, if it's just a day and then it goes away, have you tried not eating the food for a while? Oh, you have? Oh.
Bear's taking a swig of whiskey.
Well then.
Do you have any bread? I would love to eat some bread right now.
I guess it's just biscuits for Winnie for a while.
No, many of us have tried to forego the food, thinking that would break the curse. We've tried to leave. We've tried to find sanctuaries. I mean, the Church of St. Charlotte still remains untouched, but the rectress is not... She doesn't like it when people squat.
It's awfully peculiar in a church. You think they would be feeling charitable in a town's time of need.
You would think so.
I'm gonna fly back in the window and
Rejoin the party?
come down. Yeah.
We do need a beer emote. I concur.
Church of Saint what again?
St. Charlotte.
Charlotte.
I want to see if I can get Winnie to the side for a minute, and I want to ask her a question. Winnie, do you really think this beer is bad? I want to bring you over to the other side of the tavern, kind of thing.
Do I think the beer is bad?
Well, that was just a question. Can you do that detecting magic-y thingy, whatever juju you can do on them?
Ooh, actually, because we took a short rest, I do have the ability to do detect magic one more time. So I can detect magic on them, yes. I don't... What are you trying to figure out from them?
There's something very weird about them. How did they survive 6 months and 4 days, not really eating the food, but then actually eating the food, and everybody's named the same thing? Well, at least 2. It's weird. And they're not real concerned about us being here. They're also not that excited about us being here. Like, are we helping them? Are we in the way? Are they just trying to die? They haven't been like, get us out of here. They're awfully calm and not just in a super tired kind of way. It's weird. I don't trust them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily know what we're gonna glean from it, but I can definitely do detect magic on them. I
don't know if there's something else. Magic's not really my forte. I'm sparkly and fly. You know, I'm cute. You do your thing.
I'll use detect magic. It's it's 30 feet, so I should be able to detect. It says on the presence of magic within 30 feet. On any visible creature or object.
Yep. You can pick up the bar is well stocked with magic. Okay. So the tank, every food and drink item radiates magic. The 2 people that you've met so far. You see there's the other gentleman that you rescued. There's another bartender, let's say not barkeep, but another worker who's on the inside there, who's kind of taking care of what she can to keep things moving. There definitely is an air of fatigue, of just and a lot of resignation. Like this is like it's almost, you could almost describe it as Moira would recognize it the most. There's no land in sight. The ship is sinking. There's literally nothing anyone can do because the carpenter and the whole crew is dead. It's just waiting for the ship to finish going under.
How many people are in here? In this tavern?
About 5 that you've seen so far. You haven't really explored it yet. There might be a few other people in the rooms or whatnot.
How many of you are in here?
Petrov scratches his beard. Well, I think there's last count there were 8 heads in here. The Alderman house, They've been trying to maintain that as best they can. It comes and it goes. There's probably about 20 to 30 over there. I think 10 are holding the smithy.
Oh, so there are more pockets.
Well, the Alderman House is not, I would call, a bastion of protection. It was designed for looks more than security.
Did we talk about the castle?
No one's up there.
We did.
Why aren't you guys all up there?
It's ruins.
Yeah.
And Valley goes, that's where we think the zombies came from. No one's been able to get close.
They don't seem to be coming from there.
Well, the first attacks were nearest to the castle. What's left of it, at least.
How did the first attack start, by the way? Like, just out of nowhere? Or did an event happen?
Valentina glances over at the barkeep. And he goes, yes, more or less. It seems something moved into those ruins and began to summon zombies. Maybe they hope to drive everyone out of the town and turn it into something for themselves.
Not usually how zombies work.
Build their own army of zombies, taking us one and two at a time.
Is there any time when the zombies don't attack? Certain times of day, certain times of night. They don't ever attack out the back. Anything?
Not that we've noticed. They're relentless.
You wouldn't happen to know where they go when they
zombies
turn to goop, do you?
Seems they go wherever they go to come back and fight again. They just keep
So you
coming.
think the zombies keep coming back?
Oh,
Same
yes.
zombies over and over?
Oh, yes. Their numbers are always greater.
Can you recognize the zombies?
Mm-hmm.
As people who have died before?
Oh, yes. I had been taking a turn to hold the smithy when I saw Lady Shaz preparing to assault it.
Where's the church from here?
Cross town a little bit. It's on the outskirts.
So the church across town. You got the ruined keep in the center.
No, the
You got
ruined
the
keep.
smithy.
That's a good distance outside of town. Whomever that lord was didn't want to be around the peasantry.
I'm sorry, I had the wrong view because I thought there was a castle in the center of town. Sorry.
No, but that's where we think the zombies began their attacks.
There's no castle. And then I'm just gonna draw out a rough map and have them mark where things are.
Okay.
It doesn't. You don't have to do it. I'm just like.
Oh, I don't mind at all. That's why we have technology.
That's true. Woohoo.
Honestly, it would be helpful.
So he kind of quickly sketches. It's kind of okay. So you guys are here. If you go towards the center of town, is the alderman's house. And it has, I'll say, the perimeter's not bad for those that have managed to hunker down there. The smithy is north of that. And still, well, it's where we maintain the weapons we use to keep them at bay. But once it falls, I don't know how we're going to maintain those. The Church of St. Charlotte would be about there, edge of town. So if you think of this as the edge of town. And then the ruins are up over here. And then there's a road that comes in. And
Where was the farmhouse we were in originally?
You describe the farmhouse to him, and he places it somewhere around here.
Okay.
From what you've
So-
described.
If the zombies are killed, there is a certain amount of time before they attack again. What do you think, my cohorts? Do you think we could get to another building? Either the church, see if we could find out more information there, or up to the castle to investigate?
if we also make our way to the smithy, we can perhaps try to move those people to a safer location if they think it's going to fall tonight.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
was just thinking they said that they're gonna fall. That doesn't make me feel super reassured.
Hmm.
I also, and this is like, can we like be team huddle away from?
Yeah.
I am very skeptical of this rectress of Saint Charlotte. She's being mean to the town people in a time when the town people are all dying.
Well, and this makes me wonder if she's mean or there's something we don't know. We don't know from one of them. We don't know which one is wrong.
Yeah.
I don't trust any of them.
No, I understand what you mean. I'm just saying, like, she seems to not be letting people in. And if I was trying to turn a town into a zombie town, I wouldn't let them into safety either.
True.
Yeah, that's definitely very sketch.
Yes. Because I guess the thing I'm worried about is I definitely think you're right, Sierra, that we should go to the smithy and try to save these people. Maybe bring them back here, or I don't know, wherever they think the safest place is. And then I'm just worried that if we go straight to the ruins, if the rectress is like in the one causing all this chaos, it wouldn't do anything for us to go there.
Well, if she's causing the chaos, then we can defeat her.
Yeah, but if she's not there, is what I'm saying. Like, if she is the bad guy and then she's not at the ruins.
Oh, well, the rectory isn't a ruins, is it?
No, there's a church and then there's the ruins. There's like a castle.
Right.
I don't know.
So it sounds like the lady in the church knows something or might be the bad guy. And the ruins are the source where everything's coming from.
Yes.
Oh, Sierra, when you tracked the zombies who attacked us at the farmhouse, was that the direction that the footsteps went? I don't think it was it?
The footsteps were coming from the backside of the farmhouse, so they were going towards the forest, away from town. So it seems like they just kind of pop up in convenient areas.
So the castle could be the source, but it's not where they're all coming from. They're just kind of coming up wherever.
And this is just like a theory, but it kind of seems like the zombies are literally just going after it starts pinging the zombies to go after anything that's eaten the food. I don't even think they can they really are like registering any beings that don't eat the food.
I think you might be right.
Kitty.
Yeah, but sorry. Usually she stands on my shoulders, but that's okay.
So do we want to check out the? Oh, sorry.
No. Should we try the smithy first? And I don't know. What do you think?
I think it'd be good to go save those people first, since they said it'll fall, and then maybe we can regroup with this group. Like, we'll go to the smithy and regroup with these people with those people somewhere.
Okay.
And then maybe we'll figure out if we should just go to the church or go straight to the castle from there.
Okay. As you're finalizing your plot, Natalia will come over to you. I think I'm sorry, I don't mean to eavesdrop, but I heard you talking as though you were trying to remove people from the smithy.
Yeah.
We can't do
safety. We
can't surrender it.
Oh, I see. Oh. You need to keep it and hold it.
Where else would we maintain the weapons we have?
Well, if you think it's going to fall, then maybe you guys bring supplies and we could fend them off while you fortify. Does that sound like a better plan?
Either that, or if you're all eating unending food, just bring some of it to the smithy.
No, it's not the food.
And then you're all in one place.
That's just surviving the waves.
Right.
but we can't retreat from the smithy. Then we'll be down to fighting with pitchforks.
So they
want to
stay in the smithy, and you want to stay here. Is that what I'm understanding?
I can help take materials there, or help reinforce it.
Because I mean, you did tell us that it'll fall tonight, probably. So
have to see.
Should we go there and try to defend it then? I mean, we're all kind of tired. I'm not too tired, but I know that you two must be a little tired, and I could take watch during the first.
I am gonna nap.
Yeah, I need a long rest to get some spell slots back because I have none.
Maybe
can we take a rest here and then
set out at first light?
Yeah.
I think that
I don't feel we have a lot of choice.
I have friends at the smithy. I want to be there with them. I'm useless right now too. I think we should raise a glass to those that fell and get some rest.
I'm gonna reach in the pack and grab a drink.
Yep, he pours out a line of whiskeys.
I'm gonna look at Winnie and bring out drink from my own pouch.
I've got a thermos of tea that I'm just. It's all right, dear. I'm all right.
I give some to Sierra.
I got it covered.
Definitely take it.
I got it covered. So you have a drink and you bed down for the night.
Keeping a watch, I assume. Switching off.
I can take the first watch. I'm looking good, so.
Yeah, I can take a watch too. I have no health points missing. I just literally need the spell slots back.
Oh, I've got health points.
Yeah, I'll refresh everybody on the old tracker. Yoink. Yep, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We'll do the other thing, and I think we're okay on that front. I'll do that. Give her a name on the combat tracker. When you come down in the morning, you're immediately hit by the smell of fresh bacon and roasted potatoes.
Yum.
There's coffee, tea. He even uncorks a champagne that he pours into some fruit juice.
I am dunking my stale little shortbread cookies in my thermos of tea and eating that.
I have like a pound of bacon in my mouth.
All the bacon.
Literally, Winnie is gonna have gained like 30 pounds from eating nothing but cookies for like...
You're carbing up. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's all carbs all morning. According to the word among the room, the tavern's common room probably has about 20 people in it now. Some of them are gearing up to head over to the smithy to take a shift at maintaining it. It sounds like it made it through the night, and that they're holding their own. People are coming in looking exhausted, but they're coming in and taking shelter. A few have talked about being rotated over to the Elderman house with some grumbling about the importance of maintaining it. And what exactly are the Eldermen doing these days? But, tradition demands that we defend it. And you have the opportunity to then set out for, I assume, whence do you intend to meander?
I think we're gonna go help them fortify the smithy, right? Because it's looking shabby. So maybe help them move supplies. Well, Natalia said she might bring supplies over today.
Okay. That's not hard for you to tack onto. You can take a turn carrying some of the materials that have been scavenged from the buildings around you and head over. The smithy is in the middle of a courtyard. So it's a massive space, marketplace with abandoned stalls along all the edges of it, all the various merchant shops. And then the center is this stone structure with this massive chimney in the middle of it where 10 or 15 smiths could work simultaneously. And as you come in, there's a column of smoke that rises out of it as the forges are fired up again. And you are met with the sound of hammers on steel as they are working to maintain what they can despite what's to come. Given where we are, I'm watching the clock, and I know we have a hard cap at 10. And I also know that anything we do from here is probably not going to take 7 minutes. So as much as I want to give you more information about what's going on in town and let you do some more exploring, I think we better stop while we can. It's a little bit of a low energy ending, but I feel like y'all have a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Darn. So let's go around the table. What is your biggest remaining question from tonight's session? So who are you? Who were you playing? And and what's your big remaining question tonight? And we'll start with Pond.
Hi everyone, I'm that other Pond, and my big remaining question for the night is, what is up with this church lady? Like, I got some issues with her, and I don't even know her. I want to know what's going on.
Cool.
You can just answer it. It's fine.
Oh God, no. No. The just Sister Leanna has story to tell. Or does she? I don't know. I have a week to come up with one. And then Molly?
I'm Molly, barely Molly or Bear. My biggest question, I'm trying to narrow it to one. I don't understand how this person is meshing the food with the necromancy. Like, I don't understand how this is connecting. And and the fact that they just appear like goop from the ground and they have GPS radar sensing, like, there's so many questions as to how. Just how. That is my biggest question, just how.
And Tiffany, what's your big lingering question tonight?
All right, I'm Tiffany. I'm playing Moira. I've got a couple. I'm trying to figure out what the big one is. And of course, my daughter was talking to me, so I totally missed what Barely Molly said.
No, you're fine.
My big question is, why are the zombies here? I guess. Why are they, like, there's no relief. They keep doing the same. Where did they come from? Why are they here? What are they after? My question is, what are the zombies after? Gotta be something.
That's a good question. What do most zombies want?
Well, brains. But except the vegetarians, which want grains. The only dad joke I've got for today. Sorry.
They're not unreasonable. They're not going to eat your eyes.
Thank you.
Fun fact, I will share every time I run this game, every session of it. I had a student who said he was going to sing Jonathan Colton's "All We Want to Do Is Eat Your Brains" or "Re Your Brains," which if you've never heard Jonathan Colton stuff, it's a hilarious song that sounds like an email from a zombie.
Like your coworkers,
like a coworker email, and he wanted to sing it at the Pops concert as his senior performance piece. And I said to the kid, I said, if the choir director lets you do this, I will sign language interpret it for you. He comes up to me 2 days before the Pops concert. So, like, you're going to be there tomorrow night, right? Why? Well, tomorrow night's the dress rehearsal for the Pops concert. And, well, you're going to be interpreting the Brains song, aren't you? You said you were going to. Oh. So yes, I have stood on stage and sign language interpreted. All we want to do is eat your brains.
With 1 day of practice.
With 1 day of practice.
Nice.
It was.
Sir.
I still remember everyone thought it was really serious until I got to the part where we talked about the whole how I've become a zombie now, because this is sign language for zombie, and that's when nobody could keep a straight face after that, which was fun. Cool. My burning question is, where are you going to? What's your priority after the smithy? Is it the church or is it the ruins?
I don't think we have decided.
I know.
I think the church. Well, the problem is once we go to the smithy, we're closer to the ruins.
I don't know. They're kind of like, it's kind of right in the middle. Pond, it seemed like you really wanted to say something. What do you
Yeah, I was going to say, Pond looked like thought.
Oh, I'm really curious about the church. Like, that was a really good point. And I'm like, I feel like something is messed up with that.
Yeah.
I think
Like,
there's something.
I'm worried that, like, I guess I have like video game brain where it's like we're gonna go to the church or the ruins and something's gonna be locked because the big bad is really at the church and we gotta kill her first. Like,
your princess is in a different castle.
Yeah, like I don't want to have to backtrack through a field of zombies.
Right. Watch everything. We'll go to both, and it's gonna be the alderman's house we have to go to.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with.
He's writing his
on
notes
the
now.
Church. He's like, wait, give me that one again. I didn't have that one written down.
Ooh, is she running the game tonight? No, I'm already on to like, where are we going to raid?
Right.
Because that's where I'm at. Which my advice to newer streamers, don't forget to raid at the end of a stream. Even if you have one person chilling out with you, don't go ahead and share your share that person. Let them meet somebody new. Introduce yourself to someone you've just met. Maybe raid onto somebody's channel that's that you've been following that you like. It's I don't understand why more people don't do that. Because I'll be honest, I've come down after lurking for a couple of hours, and there's somebody new on the screen. I'm like, oh, this person's really neat. They're a friend of a friend. Cool. Follow. And I actually think Pond and I started hanging out in Pond's chat because I was lurking on Sissy, and I come in and there's Pond, and I'm like, well, I'll check this person out. They look interesting. And I'm like, oh, this is a really fun person. And now we play D&D together. So you always do that. So anyway, I'm looking for where we're going to go from there. Speaking of Pond, what have you got coming up for next week? We're not going to see you here until next Wednesday. So what's going to happen in the world of the Pond in that time?
Well, I'm taking a couple days off because I'm going camping, which is very exciting. Yeah, it's been raining a lot in my neck of the woods, so I've been waiting to go camping basically the whole summer. No rain on the schedule, thank goodness. But I'll be back Sunday for my D&D stream, which I DM, and that will be starting maybe at 6 p.m. EST, maybe a little bit earlier. It'll definitely be going on at 6 p.m. EST. We just might have been going for a little bit earlier. We're trying to figure out if we want to do a longer game or not. And then from there, I'll probably be playing some more Final Fantasy 14. And I'm trying to get Fortnite back on the schedule because it's been a minute. Yeah, so that's what's going on there.
Cool. Are we going to see you this weekend, Molly? Are you going to be able to peel yourself away from everything, or?
It's not looking great. I am in the middle of house hunting on top of being in my busy season, so there might be a spontaneous stream, but not looking great for it. But I will be back here next Wednesday, and then back here again on the 11th for more Candlekeep, so that's exciting.
That is I think one of my favorite adventures that I've had in a book so far. Is that one that you guys are doing?
Candlekeep mysteries are they're full-blown head scratchers. Everyone. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, they're good stories. And then I'll be here. This is my last week of summer vacation, so I'm going to do as much streaming as I can because it's summer vacation. And then Friday is my 1-year anniversary, give or take a week, of making an affiliate on Twitch. So I am celebrating with a massive, as long as my wife will let me stream, I will continue to stream. I will probably do one of those every so many subs and follows adds to the stream overall. And I'm launching a Kickstarter to help fund the next game after this one. So the Wednesday night games that will go on after we wrap up Valley of Plenty is a homebrew game I'm calling The Convergence. It's a post-apocalyptic fantasy. So in our world, with all the other worlds collided on top of it. So it's entirely possible that the party will come across an orc driving a Ford F-150 truck being pulled by 6 oxen.
I love it.
Like, that's a thing that could happen. Because, that's the way it goes. And the Kickstarter goes live on Friday. And so we're hoping to be able to provide an honorarium for the players. We're going to get custom art. I talked to another musician today to maybe do custom theme music for it so we can do an opening credits. I'm really excited for it. So that's my Friday. It's like my big end of summer blowout.
Definitely make sure you make a command so that you can do like exclamation mark Kickstarter in your chat and it'll give like the link and stuff.
Yeah, I would do that, but until I push live, the link goes to a preview, and I don't want that link in here yet.
No, I mean like like on Friday, whenever it launches or something. Just make sure you do that because I'm excited.
People are not going to miss that. They're totally not going to miss that. So, in fact, if you check my Twitter at Lantern Noir, I have the pitch video is already up, so you can get a preview of that, which I'm really excited by. And yes, it does look very much like I'm trying to sell you a used car, but I was free. I tried to get Paul Giamatti to do it, but he's really expensive. So anyway, I'm going to send you guys off from here. Thank you for hanging out here as we do our debrief. Stella Luna is an amazing content creator. I've stumbled into their streams a couple of times. They do amazing D&D games, and they do a lot of overlay work. They do a lot of artwork. They have a game running right now, and I was just peeking at the players at the table, and I recognized several of the players that are there, and they're amazing, amazing people. Emma Panetta, I actually just saw playing last night in the game with someone else I follow. So this will be a good place to go. Coming out of here, they're doing Secrets of Saltmarsh, which is a wonderful little pirate-themed series of adventures. So you should have a good time when you get over there. And I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's always good. Let's see if this is going to do what I want it to do. Okay, we're going to stay here for 2 more seconds, and I'm going to kick you out to that. Thank you for coming by tonight. Thank you, everyone who hung out. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the cheers, Dave, again, especially. We appreciate that. And we'll see everybody here next week for episode 3 of the Valley of Plenty. Doom.